Namaste. Please find your ease. We are here to discuss a matter that occupies too much space in a human mind, the nuisance. You know it. It is the friction of being alive among other human beings who are themselves experiencing a friction. Perhaps you find the people doing a backbiting, gossiping, trying to harm your reputation, or engineering small inconveniences that create a nuisance in your life. Your natural reaction might be the anger, confusion, or desire for a retribution. But you have come to me with a higher understanding that we are discussing like I understand this karmic loop and I have to survive this loop. After that karmic bandhan completes, we will be apart and move to a higher level. This is not a surrender. This is a intellectual clarity. Today, I will not teach you how to fight. I will teach you the architect of loop so you can survive it, complete it, and transcend it. Let's start. In mythology, particularly within the Vedic and Buddhist tradition, we meet a karma not as a punisher but as the cosmic law of moral caution or a moral causation. The word karma itself translates from a Sanskrit as a action. The stone you throw into the pond does not create a ripples to punish the water. Ripples are very simply what happens when a stone meets the water. A powerful mythological lens is a dharma, your rightful path or a duty. Your dharma right now is not to become a nuisance fighter. Your dharma is to maintain your clarity while a storm passes around you. But what does science says? Research in modern psychology, specifically a social exchange theory and a studies on a mirror neurons suggest we are hardwired for the reciprocity. When someone attacks us, we feel neurological urge to attack back. This reciprocity is what creates the loop. Psychology also discusses a schema theory. We interpret a world based on a mental structures. If you are stuck in a schema where everyone is against me, you will attract and perceive a nuisance even where none exists. Your stance, your clarity goes against this primal wiring. It is the act of refusing to mirror the harm thrown at you. How do you know you are bound in a karmic bandhan or a karmic tie or a karmic bondage with a nuisance causer? Look for this sign and symptom. First, a magnetic pull. The nuisance is intense and consume your thoughts even when the person is not present. Second, repetitive cycle. The same conflict, same gossip, or a same sabotage happens repeatedly with the same flavor, even if the actors change slightly. Third, inequality of energy. You spend massive energy defending while they seem fueled by attacking. Fourth, biological resonance. Your body reacts violently, tightness in the chest, gut paining the moment you hear their name. This is your body recognizing a energetic trap. The theory of transcendent survival. We can tell that we have related the theory in our school, the doctrine of the completed contract. Think of these difficult people not as a enemies, but as a karmic debt collector. In some time, some place, perhaps a past life, perhaps a last year, an interaction occurred that left a balance unpaid. They are here to collect that. They harm you. You maintain a stillness by refusing to react with a new harm. You are paying the debt with the currency of equanimity, internal composure. You have decided that the cycle stops with you. You are not a victim, you are a conscious participant completing a necessary transaction. We must understand why survival is necessary. A protracted, drama filled conflict has devastating, a full spectrum impact. In physiological, the body living in a fight or a flight dumps cortisol into your system. You experience a chronic stress, sleep disturbances, and compromised immunity. As in psychological and emotional sign, you begin to suffer from a vigilance fatigue. Hope erodes and anxiety become your default setting. Personal wellness, we can see your joy is held hostage by their action. You lose a sight of your own growth path. Spiritual shine is telling your energy is pulled down from the higher chakras, love, intuition, connection to the lower chakras, survival and fear. Social and family aspect includes this nuisance is a poison that doesn't stay in its bottle. You bring the stress home to your family. You become absent in your social circles because your mind is locked in the loop. This is why you must survive to protect the integrity of your whole self. History and respected data shows us those who understand this principle. First principle, a Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, he faced backbeating, torture, and daily nuisance from a guards. When he emerged, he famously invited one of his jailers to his inauguration. He understood the karmic contract was finished. To react with a hatred would be to sign a new contract for another lifetime of conflict. Second, the Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius. He led armies and ruled an empire while surrounded by a political backstabbers. His writing, meditation, were his personal script for completing those contracts daily. He wrote, "The best revenge is to not be like your enemy." Third, a modern data showing a studies on a restorative justice confirm that when victim meets an offender and internalize forgiveness, their physiological stress markers drop dramatically. The trauma is decoupled from a person. So, how do we prescribe survival and transcription? Here is your professor's prescription, a prescription that acts as your professional script. First, a strategy of a internal disengagement called vairagya. When you hear the gossip or the backbitching, you must practice active witnessing. Label it. This is a nuisance occurring. Do not internalize it as an harm is happening to me. Their words are reflection of their path, not mine. My stillness completes the transaction. Second, radical non reciprocity. When they make a nuisance, you must refuse to retaliate in a kind. If you gossip back, you have just signed a new prolonged contract. If confronted, tell yourself, I am focused on my current work and I am focused on my current peace. I have no space for this drama. If behind your back, remain silent. Your silence is a shield they cannot penetrate. Practice fortification or a Dharma. While internally disengaged, you must maintain external boundary, secure your reputation where necessary with a calm fact, not emotional pleas. Document everything legally, professionally if required, but do it with the cold clarity of an accountant, not a warrior. Fourth, psychological reframing. Practice compassion for the nuisance causers. This is the hardest part. Recognize that a person obsessed with backbeating in is profound pain. They are creating a new agony for themselves. May they find a peace so they may stop creating a friction. The moment of transcendence, the moving to a higher level, is a subtle. You will know the karmic bandhan is complete, not when they leave, but when your reaction to them leaves. When their name is spoken and your heart rate doesn't change, when their presence is no more intrusive than that smooth stone, you will have survived the loop by refusing to be of the loop. You have paid the debt. The contract is finalized. You are free now. Thank you.